Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Disturbing Puppet. So we're back playing some more Stasis, and after the last time I spent some extra time trying to get everything and make sure it's working. Most likely when I tab back into the game it will crash again, but it seems like when I restart it, it should be fine. Problem is when I tab in and out, the game will crash. So I've got my chat up on my phone next to me, so I'll be able to check that. Once I get started, I won't be able to tab back out to check, so if there are any weird issues with sound, picture, or any of that kind of stuff, please let me know. The last stream I did, I went for a couple hours on a little Halloween stream, and it, for some reason, didn't stream or record any of the video after I got everything set up. So that's mildly frustrating. Anyway, I am playing a point-and-click horror adventure game. I've got my earphones on, so I can't really tell how loud I'm talking. Hopefully everything's fine there. So if anything issues with the sound or anything, definitely let me know in the chat. Hopefully everything will be fine. I hope. So we'll go back into the game, and it crashed. So when I restarted, it should be fine. At least that's been the case before. If that is not the case, please let me know in the chat. I can see that on my phone, so definitely let me know. So we're continuing from where we left off last time. What I ended up doing was I recorded a video that I'm going to put up on YouTube eventually that just kind of covers what I did in the last one with video. Since the last time it recorded without video for the stream, which is kind of irritating. Getting pretty close to the end. I'm not sure how far we are. We've kind of made it through some big puzzles, and I was kind of expecting a big confrontation, so I don't really know how much of the game is left at this point. I've only had to look up a few hints here and there. Pretty much the puzzles have been either solved through trying items on things because I have the item, or just, stuff I've been able to actually figure out, amazingly enough. So kind of this is at the point we're at. We've got this new area we've entered. So here we have warning signage, sinister signs displayed along the walls, animal testing, gas mask zones. We've got a locked door here, heavy-duty contamination door. This thing, which I'm assuming if I walk through it would chop me into pieces, but I can't seem to walk through it. Oh, actually, it says Dr. Milan is there. I didn't notice that. Plastic tube. You can imagine people being farmed through here like cattle. It's not a pleasant picture. I had no idea Milan was there. That's interesting. Here we have more warning signage, same kind of thing. Animal testing, gas mask zone. So the only way I can really go is through here. Inventory, I still have my empty pistol. I've got a high temperature slug gun, but I have to be standing on sort of an electrical pad to use that. Key for the power cell housing, which I still have for some reason, and my personal data tags, which were embedded in my spine, and I removed them in a horrible surgery scene earlier, which was not super pleasant. Doesn't seem to be anything else around, so we'll head in here. It's the only way we can go. Well, this is a happy room. Okay, I'm there. It's kind of hard to see. A dead hybrid in cage. The creature stares vacantly into the dark, a victim of its own existence. These all dead. More corpses for the incinerator. They're dead. The creature reeks as if it has been dead for some time. The creature contained here are malnourished, desiccated husks. Propped up against the bars of its tiny prison, surrounded by similarly small cages. Does heaven have a place for a creature that was created in hell? Yeah, this ship is sort of like a horrible Frankensteinian laboratory. Is Frankensteinian? Is that a word? A prison for those poor beings, but more like a disposal area. And a distended limb drops quickly to the ground. Does that mean you're still alive? The stench is thoroughly vile, a rotten mishmash of smells that range from putrescence to death. This one, based on the text. Wow.
Restaurants on levels 2 and 3 are now closed.
Okay. That was the sound of restaurants closing? If you could hear the announcement it gave. It's a reinforced stainless steel cage, only a few square feet, barely large enough for a small animal. Yeah, I mean, these things aren't exactly happy when they're out running around and eating people, but Yeah, it's not really nice to see them all being exterminated either. Doesn't seem like there's anywhere I can go. Empty cage. Kind of clicking on some of these because even though it's not an interaction icon, sometimes it does kind of trigger some kind of story, commentary, reaction, something like that. Doesn't seem to be anything in here at all I can interact with, nowhere I can go, which is kind of odd. This is locked. So, seems like maybe I can look through it. Portals. Viewing portals for the dispassionate scientists of Project Seed. Can't see anything inside. Oh, okay. Ah!
You needs to know about this.
Dead bodies. These creatures frozen in fear as gas crept insidiously through the vents now lie still, twisted in agony. Swinging light. This is not science, but murder. Yeah, that's what it is. It was for science! We did it for science! Mad scientists. Gas pipes. This chamber was constructed with the express purpose of filling it with a containable noxious gas. Yeah, the PDAs had some information we saw before, but first they were killing them with gas, and then they were later incinerating the bodies. And then the incinerated bodies were kind of released somehow into the air supply, maybe intentionally, which eventually turned into some weird fungus that was growing on everything and destroyed machinery and spread everywhere, and then even it sort of infected people and killed them and took over their bodies. A mass of creatures, human and hybrid, huddled together in their final goodbyes. Some fought for a way out or held onto each other as the gas pooled in. Scratches. Deep gouges are cut into the wall. You can picture the poor souls clawing at the wall and screaming with what remains of their humanity. Looks like tanks in the back or something. Dead bodies. Same commentary. The walls have been scoured with scratches, broken fingernails, or evidence of a desperate escape attempt. Seems like that's everything. There's nowhere to go. How come Milan wasn't affected like I was? He just walked out there with that gas mask or anything. Oh, this is not good.
I know why you're here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bullshit!
Listen, Milan.
Dr. Milan.
Let's discuss this rationally.
Enough! I'll see you soon, Miss Ainsley. Give my regards to your queen. Mr. Maracek, you sneaky bastard. Not to worry, I can speed up this little family reunion.
What have you done, Rebecca?
She's right here.
Rebecca!
You took away my life's work, Mr. Maracek. Now let me return the favor. You son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
Enjoy the show. I'm off to deal with Judas.
Rebecca Maracek, Rebecca plays in the room, clearly unaware of how close you are. Okay. I hope this isn't a timed thing or something. Don't know why I would need that. Got a DNA scanner. Gas pipes. Filled with a hiss of gas and bubbling liquids, the pipes penetrate like a thick tree roots into the computer systems above. Just have my personal data tag. Use it with the DNA scanner. Since I can't use the DNA scanner directly. What is that? IV tubing. These transparent tubes are used to pump liquids directly into the body. It's not acting like I can pick it up. Why are you walking that way? Weird. Plastic sheeting below you was splattered with vile fluids. Yeah, go to the IV. Yeah, okay. Clicking on the IV tubing is just not going towards it. Moving randomly around. Surgical observation room would provide an excellent view of any procedures being performed below. Recycling drain. Organic soup is congealed around the edges of this recycling drain. Computer racks. Large metal doors are locked into place. Well, that was impressive.
I've detected variant 14.
Rebecca! Run! Kill me! Take me! Rebecca! Rebecca, no! Rebecca, run! Kill me! Take me!
Okay, that kind of upsets and pisses me off. Blood-stained glass. Teddy bear. This one's comforting toys. Fur tufts are now stained with fresh blood.
I'm so...
John, I understand you're emotional.
Yeah, no shit.
Still get Ellen. You can save her.
So Ellen's my wife, who is being used for experiments in breeding some of these things. Pink bread bed is splattered with blood. And this kind of game, you kind of wonder if there's a way to avoid having this happen, if there's another way out or around, but I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like there's multiple different ways you can do things. That's just really irritating.
You need to put your daughter's DNA into the scanner.
I'm living in a nightmare. I can't do this. I just can't do this.
You don't have a choice. Milan is a monster. We need to find Ellen. You need to put Rebecca's blood into the scanner. Now!
Go to the door.
The LA sequence has initiated. Dispose of biological material for processing at Recycling Station 0314.
Recycling drain. I'm supposed to pick this back up. Doesn't seem like it.
Sleep now, my angel.
Okay, I didn't think I was crawling inside. That seemed like a sure way to get killed. What the heck am I? Got a dead body in a hazmat suit. Bright yellow hazmat suit pointlessly still protects the decomposing corpse from the toxic environment. PDA here. Terminal. Locked exit to the organic recycling facility is just out of reach. I don't even know where I am. Walkway. Pitted corrosion is visible in the aluminum gangway. Acid. Controlled stream of corrosive liquid spills from the siphon. Metal grating. Tough metal bars form a secure barrier to what lies beyond. Where the heck am I? Pumping equipment. Technical apparatus used to pump and regulate the flow of chemicals in this processing and recycling plant. Airlock. Exit to the organic recycling facility is just out of reach, but where am I? Signage B14. The facility is zoned as B14, which means there could be at least another 13 rooms just like this one. Pumping equipment. Since I could potentially die here, there's even like an exclamation mark. I'm going to save it just in case. Sometimes backtracking is kind of a pain. Since I have no idea where I am. Am I behind the grating? Oh, I'm here. Is this me hanging? Drainage pipes. An occasional guttural gurgle echoes deep from the drainage pipes. Well, I definitely don't want to fall into that. Foul solution spews from the open pipe. A faint smell of acrid smoke spews from the drainage vent. Can't move left or right. I guess we have to drop. Get off there.
John? Are you there?
Yes.
I found her. Your wife is in the military then. I'm on my way there.
She called me Hun for some reason. I don't know why. Quick, I picked something up, but nothing else in my inventory. I have a glove. 5 Teflon fingers protrude from the impenetrable glove. Dwayne H. Jones, Drainage Service Technician, Level 3. Log 1-988. Deleted and or damaged. Abandonment, no feeling like it. Betrayal, there's another one that cuts deep. To be betrayed and abandoned by your own family. Well, fuck, what can I say? It's been 10 years since Maggie put my name into the Progressive Assistant Selected Suicide Lottery for $10,000 cash from the government. No questions asked. They said it was a fantastic deal, all that cash and only a super slim chance that my name would be selected. The state wins in the long run with one less welfare case, and my family gets a cash bonus. Did I have a say in this? No. So April 15th rolls along, and bam, just my luck. My name is picked along with a few thousand other lucky bastards. Did the only thing I could, the only thing I've ever really done. I ran. I joined Kane Corporation and headed as far away from my blood-sucking wife as possible. I've worked my way up the ranks here. Level 3 gives me limited seat access, which means I clean up some weird and disgusting shit, but at least nobody talks to me or asks questions, so that suits me just fine. Who cares? At least I'm alive and kicking, master of my own destiny. Keeping that in mind, I've been stuck in this room for a few days now with only the dead as company. Nobody is looking for me, but at least the bodies have stopped falling into the acid vats. green goo is my way out to a better place. Slap of that shit and I'll be assisting my own goddamn suicide. To anybody reading this, please pass this message on to my wife. Fuck you, Maggie. Okay. Remains in acid. Biological tissue was burnt beyond recognition. So, acid. Caustic cesspit swirls around the tank, occasionally burping a sulfuric stench into the air. So maybe I can use it to melt the metal grating. Don't see a way up necessarily, though. Maybe if I get in, I use the hazmat. No, on the acid, no. Gonna use it on myself. Nope. How about on the remains in the acid? No. Huh. Okay. Maybe where it's pouring then. There we go.
Okay, I'm in the military wing. It's dark. No lights.
Keep your head down and stay away from the walls. And listen, you'll hear him before you see him.
Yes, okay. Okay.
Okay, now she's gonna get killed. So I just looked over Crick Dog. I'm sure it's okay. I mean, John has already swam in cloning vat fluid, walked in the sewers, and had cryo fluid on him multiple times. Yeah, he's definitely had some hard times here, but yeah, dealing with the death of his wife and all this, or death of his daughter, probable death of his wife. I'm assuming she's dead, honestly, based on what I had seen before in the notes and stuff. Definitely know she was being used to breed some of these things. Now we have melted hazmat glove. Okay, can we climb up here?
Too close. That was too goddamn close.
Calm yourself. Panic and you won't make it. Focus. Breathe.
Surprising comments coming from someone who just watched his daughter get killed in front of him. Oh, this is really nice.
Shit, Tia. Come in.
I can hear you. I made it. I'm in a storage locker. I don't think they saw me. I'll contact you when I'm clear.
I'll be waiting.
Jeez, this is pretty horrifying.
Warning. Oxygen processor has experienced a critical failure. Report to the center for immediate evacuation.
Got a corpse here, Thomas Rarska. Cleaner, security level 0. Nuno Andrade, waiter, security level 0. Human remains, foul-smelling mountains of flesh crawls with several post-mortem insects. And where did the insects come from? I guess there was a hydroponics lab on here, and maybe they needed insects, but you wouldn't think there'd be, flies on a spaceship. You'd think it would be sterile. Human remains, a grisly pile of meat. Another corpse, AJ Schrader, provisional crewman, security level 0. Just gonna check out the bodies here. There's no reaction obvious, but sometimes there's a story thing, or comment, or reaction. Prosthetic arm. Radical advancements in artificial technologies have resulted in bionic arms and hands that are indistinguishable from real limbs. This prosthetic arm is made from a synthetic steel and carbon fiber composite. Okay. Oh, that's a nice sound. And quite creepy looking. Another corpse. Erland Hole, civilian, security level 0. Cogs. A series of interlocking teeth are wrapped around the mechanical wheels. The door looks messed up. More human remains. Macabre mess of body parts. Corpse, Nicholas, Vandamel, Kuchi, security level 0. What else here? Can't interact with the door, which is kind of odd. There's a walkway around. Is that above me? I can't tell for sure. I think it's above me. Corpse, Alexander Bokach, civilian, security level 0. These are all people that were grabbed off the ship or grabbed maybe from places we had docked beforehand. Thomas White, morale officer, security level 0. Power distribution box. This electrical node facilitates power distribution through this region of the Grim Lake. Can't continue that way. So we have 2 power distribution boxes shorting out. Grab them! Yeah. I think I found almost all the deaths. It'll be another electrocuting myself. I guess we do this. And we died. I figured I'd get electrocuted. Oh, we gotta go.
Too close. That was too goddamn close.
Calm yourself. Panic and you won't make it. Focus. Breathe.
In a way, I'm sort of trying to find all the deaths. I'm not sure what else I can do there. There isn't a whole lot of other things I have, unless I can use the glove with it.
Shit, Tia. Come in.
I can hear you. I made it. I'm in a storage locker. I don't think they saw me. I'll contact you when I'm clear.
I'll be waiting.
Warning. Oxygen processor has experienced a critical failure.
Such a juicy sound. Oh god, something was moving there. I didn't even notice. Something was moving. Something was crawling through there. I swear, something was crawling through there. So try the melted glove with the limb. There we go. Prosthetic limb wrapped in rubber. Use with the power distribution box.
I'm in the limb regeneration lab. There are arms, legs.
One step at a time. How close are you to Ellen?
She's in a storage bay. 2 floors up. I'm close.
It's not that close. This place is just a big, huge, nasty maze full of death. It's still not working. Lights came on, but I don't see any other way to go. Can't go this way. This is a separate level. Still can't interact with the door. Wow. Now you're just messing with me, game. Fallen hybrid. A child-sized carcass appears soft and deflated. Brittle bones protrude, piercing the translucent skin at odd angles. Why would we go... Okay, I thought we were going to take something from it. Killing it, sure. Okay.
I'm in the cargo bay. I'm close. 5 yards. 4.
We are going to take
3.
something.
Got her.
What? What is it? Is she okay?
Yes. Yes. Sorry, John. She's fine. Still in stasis. I'm going to have to find a way to move her to the hangar.
Please be careful. Keep her under. The last time I woke someone up.
He died within seconds. What the heck? Hybrid intestines? Why would we take the hybrid intestines? Why would you do that, John? What is wrong with you? The cogs are moving. Okay. So, did we use... That's a worst case scenario. Let's put the cogs in the intestines in the cogs. Foul everything up. That seems like a great idea.
This is a test of the emergency evacuation announcement system. Test 1, 2, 3.
Messed up solutions to your problems.
Almost at the hangar. John, I need to explain the situation.
Well, Miss Hensley. And it looks like you brought a friend along. Milan,
So we've got another power pad here, which lets me use the slug gun. High voltage wireless power pad provides a portable energy source for engineers and mechanics. A refrigerator. Industrial refrigerator for storing objects requiring a low temperature. A lot of wires. Coolant pipes of the refrigerator active and in good condition. Computer terminal for use by the supervising engineer for the collection and indexing of cargo. PDA. Another terminal. Looks like another Fallout type door here. So facing the fridge, so I'm shooting the fridge, I guess. Oh, there's a corpse here too. Check out the PDA. Jared Winslow, February through December 27th. So most of the comments and things that I find end around December 25th, 4th, something like that. 5th or 4th. That's what I was trying to say, 5th or 4th. February 6th. I try real hard not to think any less of Scotty, but I swear the boy ain't got a caring bone in his body. Plus I bet he doesn't know what all those big words he uses mean. He's always hinting that when we're back home we could be partners in business. I got myself a job on a damn spaceship. Does he reckon I'd need help getting a job? Music's kind of loud here for some reason. Try to talk a little louder. March 15th. Back before the rapid transit system was running through the Groom Lake, folks used to get around in these really slow transport pods. I found one, tucked behind a pile of storage crates. I've been working on it for a month now. I reckon I can get it working. April 1st. Scotty played an April Fool's joke on me, dumped some water on me while I was working on the pod. I accidentally cut him real bad with a wrench. Anyway, I'm going to play a little joke on him and set his favorite book on fire, but not today. Sometime when he don't expect it. Kind of unhappy people working on this place. June 5th, pod's coming along great. A couple more months and maybe I can test it out. My kid brother Judge would be so proud. He used to help me work on cars all the time. One time we was fixing brakes on this old clunker when one of the jacks broke. I know he's in a better place now, but I still feel bad. I pray about it every day, and I know that God knows that I didn't mean to do it. I promise to him that I'm trying not to be so angry anymore. That means you killed him on purpose. And it was an accident. August 22nd, all finished. Had to get some parts printed with the nanite machine, but I'm sure Stefan won't mind much. Can't wait to try it out. August 23rd, Scotty says the pod won't work and that I'll get into trouble for it. Who the hell's he think he is? I made sure it would work. I ain't stupid. It's getting real hard to breathe and just pray about stuff. People like Scotty, God lets them live for some reason or other. October 24th, Albert noticed some strange mushroom stuff growing all over engineering today. Guess we're going to have to get cleaning. October 30th, good news and bad news. We had to scrub like mama on laundry day, so the gunk is just about gone. Bad news is it's all over the damn place. Scotty has been really nice since I burdened that book of his. November 20th, Scotty's nicer every day. The Bible said he'd change if I was nice to him. And look what happened. A little bit of bread goes a long way in the house of God. December 19th, damn, this ain't good. The ship's on level 7 lockdown. Looks like we're going to get real familiar with one another down here. December 23rd, folks must have got mighty hungry. Screams are echoing everywhere. Scotty and me are going to lock down engineering, shut down the baskets, and close the umbilical bridge. Keep them away from the twins. The twins. December 25th. It's Judd all over, I swear, I didn't mean to. I couldn't get Scotty to shut up and stop making a ruckus. I just wanted to shut him up. I swear I didn't push too hard, but for God's sake, he was being so damn loud. It just gets to where a guy can't take it no more. He thought he was better than me all along. Well, he's dead now. He's staring at me. Gotta tuck him away somewhere. December 27th. I hear him. He's been laughing, crying, cracking jokes. He won't stop. Can't get him to stop. Folks say I can fix just about anything with a screwdriver. Already fixed Scotty. Already fixed Judd. God wants us to fix folks when they're broken. Can I fix me? Yeah, you're kind of a special person, aren't you? Pod terminal, test database, maintenance pod, bay control. Test message, attempting to fix the pod terminal. I think I got it working, sort of. Backspace won't work, still can't do much but make entries. On open, how do I access the other functions? System notification, failed to complete transmission. Path, fuck you ain't a goddamn radio, is invalid. Recipient is currently offline. Okay. Database incomplete. Terminal now recognizes the pod. Pod door hydraulics can be accessed but not opened. Pod functional. Pod is ready to roll. Terminal works well enough but cannot erase test posts. Huh. Maintenance bay pod open. But what about the refrigerator? I don't even have the gun anymore, okay. I lost it, I guess, when Milan grabbed me. The high temperature slug gun that I had. Okay, I guess I can't do anything here. Janitorial office, current location. We've got disposal area, visitor center expansion. Yeah, that's where the alert said to go for evacuation. Let's try the disposal area first. I don't know why, just because. Maybe it's on the way, I don't know. Whoa!
A hive.
Well, this is probably dangerous. How about we save it again?
These creatures are following their base instincts. Breeding, eating.
This is the final boarding call for Chelsea Bean and Paracelsus.
And what comes after breeding and eating?
Proceed to gate 9 immediately.
Ernest Gunn, Chemist, CMed, Security Level 2.
For the duration of the evacuation.
Soft organic growth. Porous material resembles the softness and stickiness of used chewing gum. Well, that's kind of gross. Leon, Boschart, Crewman, Security Level 1. Maintenance pod. Tay Yugen Vasil, Structural Engineer, 2. E. Touch, Medical Lab Technician, CMed, Security Level 2. Carl Anstead, Junior Command Personnel, CMed, Security Level 2. A heaving lump of flesh glistens. Scaffolding. Once under construction, the scaffolding sits unused. You barely even notice it under this webbing stuff. I really don't want to go out here. Creeping phlegm. What? The function of this viscous mucus is unknown. Hardened organic growth. Lustrous surface is punctured by an occasional ripple. Huh. Don't have anything really, just the data tag. Nothing here to interact with. Under corpse. Sir Jordi Escobar, junior crewman. Just phlegm. Oh, there is a way out this way. That's odd. Corpses, Javier Tomei. Okay, I guess we can try to go this way.
The tower. Maintenance and repair and solid waste disposal facility is overdue by 9,125 days.
So supposedly it's about 3 months since everything went to hell.
I repeat.
It doesn't really look like it a lot of time,
Received level 9 employee.
but if it is overdue by 9,000 days, that's a bit more than 3 months.
A heavy loader. Looks like it was sealed in during construction.
Loader inside growth. Loader's been engulfed in gelatinous mucus. A plasma cutter, a versatile slicing tool, has been fixed to the side of the loader. I'm sure I need that. Look at that. Stuff moving.
Never seen anything as disgusting as this place.
Abomination lies motionless in a puddle of putrid liquid. This one's kind of rocking back and forth. This genetic anomaly grows from the wall like a cancerous tumor. That's special. Okay, I'm here. I wasn't sure exactly where I was. Hybrid creature sits bloated, quietly moaning and groaning in discomfort. Well, I want that plasma cutter. Hard, bony growth. Knobs of bone protrude from the surface. It's got a weird, freaky looking face thing. It's abstract form. An effigy's been sculpted from a slab of mucus. Its role is unknown. It's definitely a face. It's rather strange. More scaffolding. I guess we'll just go for the plasma cutter. There's no other way to go. I can go look at the abstract form, I guess. What is this? Loader distribution box. The easily accessible distribution box is standard on all heavy-duty equipment. Looks like just a power cell, I guess. Yep. Kind of like the ones I grabbed before. Nothing else. Let's get out of this room. I don't like this room. I haven't liked a lot of the rooms recently. I'm actually going to go back because I think I can use that plasma cutter on the pads. Get into the fridge. I'm not sure why, but it seems like something I can do, so I'm going to try it. Ah! Frozen body. An icy mist arises off the frozen human body. Okay. Didn't expect to bash his head in. Why would I do that? And pick up an eyeball? That's super, super weird. Industrial refrigerator for storing objects requiring a low temperature. Maybe there's something else I find later that gives me a reason to come back here to do that, but doing it out of order just seems super strange. Makes my character seem like a complete psychopath. Got a bunch of comments here in the PDA through December 23rd. This is Scott Tanaka. February 6th. This is the other guy the person was talking about. Jared would make for a useful business partner, but I can't even suggest it without him erupting into a fit of rage and beginning to rant that that ain't how it's done in my family. Does the man honestly expect to get anywhere without once taking help from those more intelligent than he is? February 11th. The Grim Lake has been a pleasure to be on board thus far. Much more entertaining than being on Earth. Even my family's private island is this entertaining. Granted, there isn't much left to do now that all the indigenous animals have been hunted and killed. Space, however, is infinite. March 20th. I feel as though planning an April Fool's joke almost 2 weeks in advance is a little pathetic, especially when the plan consists of a single prank, pouring water on Jared. April 2nd. I poured water on him, just a little glass, and the consequences? The hulking dimwit chased me down the corridor with a wrench, slicing a reasonable portion of my forehead open. I'm now thoroughly convinced that he's deranged and will be doing some investigation. Yeah, that sounds a bit different than the way it was described. May 14th. After agreeing to transfer a sum of money, I convinced Dr. Graham to obtain Jared's medical records for me. Jared really is mentally ill. He suffers from outbursts of rage. According to one report, he murdered his brother by crushing him to death with a car. It goes on to note that Jared believes it to be the will of the Lord, capitalized just like that. How in the hell did he manage to get a position in the most important area of the ship? I'll have to stay on his good side. June 4th. I'm beginning to miss my father's mansion more with each passing day. Having maids and chefs to cater to me is how I was raised. To be responsible for cleaning up after myself and walking all the way to the mess hall for food remains a challenge. August 23rd. Sometimes I question my own sanity. I briefly criticized Jared's hobby of repairing that old transport pod and the deranged stare he gave me in return. What did I think I could possibly accomplish by talking to him about it? August 27th. Unbelievable. He burned my thesaurus. Jared marched toward me, ripped it from my hands, and set it on fire. Then he screamed, "April Fools," and sprinted away, waving the burning pages above his head. September 19th. I can't begin to say how many times I've retyped my entries. They feel not as good. There's a better word, I swear it. I would kill to get my thesaurus back. How can anyone respect me if I don't sound smart? September 28th. I give up. I ran into Dr. Graham today and he remarked that I sounded like less of a pretentious asshole. Guess I should just talk like an ordinary person from now on. Oh hey, ordinary is a pretty big word. October 30th. My arms hurt. It was hard work to get all that fungus out of the generators. We did it though. Cleaning is not easy. I feel a sense of accomplishment. November 13th. I guess Jared isn't all bad. He apologized to me today for losing his temper so often. And you know what? I apologized in return. I don't remember the last time I did that. November 15th. Holy shit, it turns out the guy had a bunch of rations tucked away. He shared them with me even though he's almost out. If I don't starve to death here, I may have to put him in charge of Tanaka Investments charity, which doesn't exist yet. November 22nd. Rations are here. We have just enough food in the freezers to last us. We're far less hungry than the guys manning the Twins. I have to say I'm impressed. Not sure how those guys have had the energy to keep us afloat with so little to eat. Those guys are titans. December 23rd. Engineering is now in total lockdown. We have to keep whatever those things are away from the generators. I don't think that we'll ever see the light of day again. At least when I die, it'll be with the only real friend I've ever had. And then he killed you anyway. And apparently I bashed your head open so I could get your eye for some unknown reason. Yeah, when I click on it, that means sit and use it. Thank you. It's got lifeboat boarding.
Requiring special assistance to begin boarding at this time.
wonder if I could combine the cell.
This isn't gonna work.
No, okay. Just checking. Powered down loader. Heavy duty loader covered in a thin layer of sparkling dust sits idle. The loose panel, maintenance panel, has been violently bent open. Plastic sheets, thick plastic sheets dangle forgotten among the unfinished construction projects. Scaffolding, temporary platform has been left to rot in the sealed maintenance bay. Where else to go? Retinal scanner, okay. Can't enter my inventory from here. Now I have a reason to use an eyeball, I guess. Okay. There's 2 spots though, so I'm not sure if one is going to work. Back. Okay, I don't really understand how that just happened.
Welcome to the Groom Lake Visitor Center. Kane Corporation trusts that you'll enjoy your stay. Please ensure your personal data tag is updated with your medical history and is functioning correctly.
Well, I do have my tag with me still. Destroyed loader. The loader has no more power after unleashing its kinetic energy on the wall. So, backed through here? Not really sure exactly how we got through this wall. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Groom Lake model. Exposed plastic protrudes from the partially destroyed scale model of the Groom Lake. Information kiosk. Information kiosks. More information kiosks. Groom Lake model. The aft section of the model has suffered less damage, but still reveals hairline cracks throughout, and like the real Groom Lake, it will soon collapse under its own weight. This is all information about the guy who founded the company. Let's see.
Launched in 2100, the tower was 6,106 feet long. This massive nuclear fusion-powered ship was used extensively as a planetary mining platform. 15 years of atmospheric exposure resulted in a weakened hull and her decommissioning.
No, what are you... Look at the thing right there. What are you doing? Am I running all the way around? Is that what I'm doing?
In 2116, Kane Corporation recruited a vessel from its mining fleet to be repurposed as a laboratory.
Floating nightmare.
Henry Kane was born to an impoverished family in January the 26th, 2000. His mother Clara was a store clerk, and his father Edmund was a veterinarian.
Okay.
Henry Kane was born to an impoverished family in January the 26th, 2000. His mother Clara was a store clerk, and his father Edmund was a veterinarian. Kane Mining Limited was founded in 2050. Henry Kane was appointed to exercise control over East Asian Pacific debt repayment through mining asset acquisition.
For some reason, it just popped into my head. I really hope I pressed record when I started streaming this. I know I'm streaming it, but I'm not sure I'm recording it.
This poster depicts a 95-year-old Henry Kane in the prime of his life.
Prime of your life at 95.
Did you know Kane Mining Limited was rebranded as Kane Corporation in June 2019?
Seems like that's everything here.
The tower was rechristened the Drew Lake in 2120 when she left dry dock and began her journey towards the outer planets. Charles Clark Kane has proudly taken over the reins from his father and continues his family's legacy.
There's a statue here. I've got a plasma cutter.
2077, a mile below the surface, Camp 571 in Japan produced a treasure trove of medical research documentation. A replica of a statue of remembrance that stands in Washington, D.C. Did you know? Henry Kane served in the military and was a decorated naval aviator.
I didn't know that. Cut down the statue.
The rapid advancement of medical research and its auxiliary studies culminated in the perfection of genetic manipulation. Popularized by the media as a medical Cold War, the eugenics age far exceeded selective breeding. In 2049, a worldwide ban was placed on unapproved genetic modification.
Well, we certainly violated that here. Well, not we. Yeah, lifeboats. Destroyed lifeboat. Partially destroyed lifeboat is now useless. Large gashes from fallen debris have made this lifeboat inoperable. Just looking for anything else here. Crane. Disused crane suspends its heavy hook, which now serves no function. Flaking yellow chevrons once offered a careful warning. This death trap lies silently at its bay. Looks like there's one missing, maybe, here. Lifeboat tube. Launch tube for lifeboat is currently empty. Shattered safety glass won't hold up to the rigors of space. This lifeboat has unfortunately been trashed. Ruptured fuel pipes dribble flammable and toxic fluids, rendering this lifeboat unsafe and definitely unusable. So none of the lifeboats are still usable. Great. Just wanted to check. It looked like... Oh, go back. Go back to the other area. It's not going back to the other area. There we go. So I saw it here too. Okay, whatever. Doorway to the airlock. What's that? Structural beams, the bowed metal buttress supports the weighted ceiling. Windows, shiny enamel paint glints off the glazed surface to form the portrait of Henry Kane. Pipes, large hollow pipes bend and turn, snaking toward their destination. Not sure where I'm supposed to go here. There's a lot of blood. I've got an airlock over here, okay.
Alone in the world, trembles with the cold.
I don't think I'd be leaving. I'd be trying to find Taya and Milan to get revenge and all that. My wife is still maybe alive and still in hibernation. Wouldn't think I'd leave without him. Ah, here we go.
Blood. Murderer!
You really are a roach, Mr. Maracek.
John, shoot him! Kill him now!
I may have pulled the trigger, so to speak, but you and Miss Hensley loaded the gun.
Don't try to worm your way out of this, you goddamn monster.
Monster? By whose standards do you call me a monster?
Everybody's?
The morals of men don't apply to gods.
I don't know if I should look around or just kill him. Ellen lies motionless. Taya's there. Taya's ship. Maybe I should look. I don't know. I'm running out of time, I think. What? He's got a force field. Okay. So I need to do it faster. Is there something else I need to deal with? Must be something powering. This ultra luxury space vehicle sits perched in the hangar.
Murderer!
You really are a roach, Mr. Maracek.
John, shoot him! Kill him now!
I may have pulled the trigger, so to speak, but you and Miss Hensley loaded the gun.
Don't try to worm your way out of this, you goddamn monster.
Monster? By whose standards do you call me a monster? The morals of men don't apply to gods.
Okay, we'll try some machine parts here. Dr. Milan. And so speed isn't the issue. To go through this again. Should be a way. Maybe I can skip the dialogue.
Murderer!
You really are a roach, Mr.
Doesn't seem like it.
John, shoot him! Kill him now!
I may have pulled the trigger, so to speak, but you and Miss Hensley loaded the gun.
Don't try to worm your way out of this, you goddamn monster.
Monster? By whose standards do you call me a monster? The morals of men don't apply to gods.
Just have machine parts, machines, portal, massive opening, gun turrets. Shoot the portal. Okay. Yeah, shooting the portal didn't seem to want to work. Maybe it wasn't fast enough for that to register? I'm not sure. Too close to when he shoots you. Maybe? Seems like it's really just the portal or the machine parts. I can interact with those.
You really are a roach, Mr. Maracek.
John, shoot him! Kill him now!
I may have pulled the trigger, so to speak, but you and Miss Hensley loaded the gun.
Don't try to worm your way out of this, you goddamn monster.
Monster? By whose standards do you call me a monster? The morals of men don't apply to gods.
Tears, run home assembly!
Fucking hell!
surprised it didn't kill us.
Security lockdown initiated.
Quantum storage device damaged. Door missing. Fracture of femur detected. Scapula damaged. Seek immediate medical attention.
Alan, did you... Have we got her?
I do. She's here.
It's over. It's all over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over.
I'm sorry, it wasn't supposed to end like this. Waking you was a mistake, John. But I'm happy to have met you.
I don't understand. Tear, what do you mean? You woke me? Answer me!
We needed a way to transport the research off the Groom Lake. And your wife's bone marrow was a perfect storage device.
Research? This is about fucking research?
Yes! It's about research. Worth billions, John. Billions.
So you caused all of this? You let those things loose?
No, I'm not that sloppy. The idiots we sent to get your wife's body turned off all the containment protocols. We lost Ellen in all the chaos. That pussy Yuri was on his way to you when Milan got involved.
On his way to get my DNA.
It was the only way to locate the data carrier in this shitfest. Old man Kane will be rolling in his grave when I sell his secrets.
You're just like Milan.
Is that what you think? John, do you love your wife? Well, I loved my husband, and Kane's security forces murdered him during a protest. Kane Corporation took everything from me, and now I will burn them to the ground.
You don't have to do this. You don't.
Two stasis pods, son. It was never gonna happen.
I had a feeling she was gonna betray me.
The coordinates confirmed. Autopilot has been engaged. Time to departure. 15 minutes.
I didn't quite expect this specifically, but something. I have no inventory anymore. Quantum storage device. A sharp edge metal ramp disappears into Tea's craft. Gun turrets. King Corporation taking every precaution necessary to secure the primary hangar. The gun turrets are searching for a target to obliterate with their high-velocity lead projectiles.
You never had any intention of helping me. You used me. You used my family.
It's not personal.
Not personal. You bitch.
Guilty.
Okay. Okay, so I have my data tag. How do I activate the gun turrets? Since she shouldn't have a PDT. Varied assortment of scrap metal and machine parts. No. Huh. What can I do to activate? No. No. Clicking on stuff doesn't seem to do anything. No. Is this on? this on Tia?
Tia. Fuck you.
Why didn't it shoot me when I was holding it? I know.
This vessel has been cleared for departure.
I know, so I think earlier about some of the security systems were set up to target people with PDTs because the critters had the PDTs. But if I was holding it, standing up, that would probably cause me to get killed. A bullet-riddled corpse lies still in a pool of fresh blood. A destroyed stasis pod. Fluid leaks from the stasis pod's cylindrical perforations. It's damaged beyond repair. And Ellen lies motionless. She's the only one getting out.
Destination changed.
I love you, Ellen.
Yeah, maybe I'm piloting it, I'm not sure. It seems like I'm standing there watching. But if Tia could have gotten in, how come, well, I guess she needed both to be in stasis. She's already dead. Yeah, I just needed her bone marrow to still be preserved, I guess. That's kind of fucked up. Lots of things in the game are kind of fucked up. Yeah, pretty good overall. Definitely enjoyed playing through it. Had some interesting puzzles and situations. Kind of liked the horror sci-fi aesthetic. Kind of makes you think about, all the sci-fi horror ships, how come they always look that way? I think they would, look nice and clean at some point before horrible things happen, but they always look like they were designed to be floating nightmare factories, basically. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed playing Stasis, finished that. So hopefully you all enjoyed watching as well. So now I'm going to check and make sure everything recorded and played correctly and everything. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully I'll see you again next time. I do have some older streams up on my YouTube channel, which is also Disturbing Puppet. Hopefully you can check stuff out there sometime. Next I might be doing some kind of one-offs of some different things. Maybe going back to Mordheim as well, since I've still been playing that. But yeah, thanks, I really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you next time.